review the instructions. Ika lang, ayan. So let me just copy and overwrite some of the information. Okay. So, cell lang yung laboratory natin. Yan. Thank you daw in Chinese. Share, share. Pero just sa inyo lang guys, wala kayong session after my class pag Wednesday. Last class nyo na ba? Tama? Yung klase natin? Pag Wednesday? Or meron pa?
Meron pa po, ma'am,
Okay.
sa research.
Okay. Sige, sige. Sige. Hindi kasi inaano ko lang din para it will give you enough time to go to your, prepare for your, if in case it's gonna be a virtual activity. Yun ang inaano ko dun eh. Para at least you can be ready for that. Sige, hinati ko to. It's gonna be 2 laboratories. You'll be doing this on Wednesday next week and also on October 5. Okay? Dami nating topics, so hindi pa ako matapos mag-update. Yan. Tapos na. Okay. So, yan. Mhm. Okay. Then, if you wish to get the PowerPoint, would you like to get a copy of the PowerPoint? Although I am already uploading it right now, pero siya yung buo. Okay? But if you wish to have a background on or want to have the information about yung mga learning checks natin, parang refresher din, I can certainly give that to you over the GC. Okay, kasi ayokong magdoble sa TBL Hub niyo. Okay, so here on our TBL Hub, we have it's already available. So, yan. So, ito yung lecture natin kanina. Now, I would strongly suggest to you guys is to get also or watch the videos that I have included here. Although this is being lectured by a specialty niya kasi is organic chemistry. So and also general chemistry. He's Professor Dave. Although medyo pang bata siya pero I assure you it's something that is gonna be easy for you. Now I'm not gonna make this other exams available because we haven't covered it yet. But the other one, saan na yung isa? Ayan. This one is going to be it's going to be available on Friday. So let me just edit it because the other section is not going to be an MTH session, so it's going to be different from you guys. So i-move ko lang siya to accommodate to Friday. Okay? So yan. So you have 23 to 26 to take the exam. So it's again 2 attempts. Please maximize the attempts. Okay? And I'm also showing, sabi ko nga sa inyo, ayoko sana magreklamo na or mag-feedback sa inyo. Pero FYI, for the games that I have included in our activities, sana po i-complete nyo po lahat. Kasi unfair naman yon na although nga na perfect mo nga yung isang part ng game but you did not comply or you did not answer the remaining, so definitely the others is gonna be equivalent to 0. So I divided it accordingly. So if in case 5 yung activities, like for cell defense and the other cell activity, and you only did one, so every that 100 points is going to be divided by 5. Okay, so, and that would be your score. It's gonna be unfair for others who went through the process of answering all the questions and you only answered one part of the game. As I mentioned, if you need to have an extension just to comply with the activity, please feel free to PM, not PM Lab, please feel free to post a request on our GC asking for extension, and I'll be more than happy to give that to you. Okay, I know I'm trying to accommodate you with regards to your whatever issues that you may want to come up with, but please be fair with others. Okay, so moving onwards, so this is our properties of acids and bases, which is very much related to our topic of discussion yesterday. So the first one is litmus solution. Instead of using litmus paper, which some of you already may be familiar with, this time it's going to be using litmus solution. So we have a red and a blue litmus paper. Then you're gonna generate a gas from zinc metal interaction between acid and base, and then sodium carbonate reaction. Okay, and then sodium carbonate with acid and sodium carbonate with base. Okay, now on your TVL hub, you also see here the video on how you're gonna do the simulations. Now, you're not yet going to so after you've done or go went over the video, you're going to do the simulation. Okay, so you're just gonna make yourselves be familiar with the activity. So I have here the link of the simulation. So you have to click this because I cannot embed it in the TBL hub at this moment because they're undergoing technical updates on their end, and it's gonna be difficult. They're not allowing it to be embedded at this point. But before, I was able to embed it in my study. Okay, so here is your litmus solution and here is your sample. Okay, so for this one, uh, you're just gonna pick up the dropper, place it on your sample. You don't need to pinch it anymore. Just click and drag it, then bring it into your solution and click. So if you will notice, it changed the red litmus to blue. And if you want, you can also do the same thing. Get another sample, bring it to blue. Okay, so what do you get here? So what does this mean? So it turned blue, red litmus paper to blue, and blue is still blue. Okay, so that means what type of material are we talking about? Are we having an acid or a base? Uy, so good guys. Base, sabi niya. Sorry, yan naman. Ala, nakita niyo pinanonood ko. So it's a base. So click on the base and you have your information, okay, or insight. So this is a sample given is a base that turns red litmus solution to blue. Okay, you can actually copy and paste that later on. Then afterwards, you do a reset. You can actually change the sample. Okay, although it's just still identifying the solution if it's an acid or a base. Okay. Yan. Okay, so we place the solution on the red, no reaction. And R, ika nga nila. Then bring it back to the blue. What happens to the blue? Litmus. Chanan! Okay, so this is what? An acid or a base?
Acid.
Okay, so yan, kiklik nyo siya. Okay? Now, you just go over all of the reactions. So it's gonna be simple sample 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to update the answer sheet. Okay. So let me just go back. Oh, sorry. Let me just go back to the TBL hub. Yan. Sumawara tayo. Ayan. Okay, so for this one, I have here properties. You have to download it and answer it. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, parang update ko na yata to. Yan. So you're going to write the observation here, acid or base. Okay. So you're just gonna see the color. So how you're gonna write it there for the first part, which is utilizing the litmus paper solution or the litmus solution. You're just gonna say that red turn to blue, blue to blue, something like that. Then afterwards, you're going to identify if it is an acid or a base. Okay. So yan po yan. So that is the first one. Now you also have another activity here as well. Diba? That's the first part. Actually, tatlo po yung steps dito. Let me just open this in a note tab para hindi tayo pabalik-balik. Yan. So this time, let's go to zinc metal. Now for zinc metal, you need to place the sample inside the beaker. Okay? So unknown yung sample natin. So the next thing you're gonna do is you place a cork with the glass tubing inside. And if you will notice, there's already bubbles forming. Open your glass, your Bunsen burner. Then afterwards, place the lighted match on the opening. So click nyo yan. Yan. Okay. So now you noticed what happened. The flame got bigger. Then it eventually uh, was turned out or turned off, okay? Or was blown off. Now, the question is this an acid or a base? So, yan. So, acid, so as explained here, the acid tends to cause for liberation of hydrogen gas when it is reacted with zinc metal. Okay? Kaya nag ano siya, na namatay yung apoy. Usually in a natural environment, it would tend to um, have a popping sound. Parang siyang parang may pumutok doon. Pop! Ganun na lang. Magugulat na lang kayo. Okay, sana i-double check ko pala. Kailangan medyo mataas yung concentration nito para makapag-produce tayo ng marami-rami. Okay? Then yon. So for sample, then for this one, you're gonna do also sample 2. Kasi iba-iba yung samples mo eh. Di ba? All of them are gonna be having the same thing. So paulit-ulit siya. And then, yan. Is it a base? No. Is it an acid? Yes, it's still an acid. Kasi hydrogen yung napoproduce niyan. Namamatay yung apoy. Kasi if it's hydroxide is not gonna support flame, if I'm not mistaken. Yan. Then continue with the rest of the solution. Okay, let me just, okay, yan. So for this one, I need to edit this, I guess. So let me work on this. So mamaya i-update ko kayo. Then the other one is sodium carbonate. Okay. So for sodium carbonate, yan. So you are actually going to place your sodium carbonate, your sample inside the solution that contains sodium carbonate and distilled water. Yan. Okay? And if you will notice, it's already bubbling on the sample. Ito, tissel tube to ha. Naalala nyo tissel tube natin? Yung experiment. And if you will notice here, what happened? Di ba nagbubble siya kanina? Then later on, it has now become cloudy. So ano ngayon siya? Is it an acid or a base? So click natin si base. Mali. So pag-click natin si acid, yan. So sample is an acid that extracts the sodium carbonate to liberate carbon dioxide that turns lime water, that's calcium hydroxide, into calcium carbonate. Yan po yun. Nagiging chalky siya. Then let's try another sample. Yan. So let's see, ano ba to? Acid or base? So repeat lang siya. So, ayan na, nag-bubbles ulit siya. Tingnan natin. Nagwa-white. Okay? Since nagwa-white siya, again, this is an acid. Meron ba tayong sample dito na base? Tingnan ko lang ha. Hi, ma'am. Ay, iba na to. Ah, ito. Ito guys, yung gusto nyong makita, si phenolphthalein. So, si 5. So, yan. Si sample 5. Yan. Ano yun? Sandali lang. Bakit po?
Matatapos ka lang po?
Oo.
Hindi, kunin natin doon kay Ma'am Wanda yung mga goods na dinadonate niya.
Ah, sige, sige.
Diyan lang siya sa may Mercury Drug.
Ah, sige. Ha?
Sa Bliss.
Ah, okay. Sige, sige.
Sa Guadalupe.
Sige,
Lapit
sige.
lang.
Ah,
Okay.
sige. Ah, sige. Ayan. So, this is the reaction of phenolphthalein. Bukas ang anak mo. Bukas ang bag mo. Bukas ang bag mo. May nawala. Okay, so yan. Okay? So, yan po yung nangyayari dyan. Okay, so continue lang po. So, i-update ko na lang po yung output form ninyo. Okay? Okay, so yan. So, try natin tong sample 6. This is going to be the same thing as well. So therefore, if it reduces a pink color, it is a base. Sabi nga, it's all about the base. Okay? So, yan. Okay? Yes. Anyway, sige. Okay lang, Mr. Pialago. Good luck na lang. Sige, sige. So, yan yung gagawin ninyo. Now, the other one is laboratory 4. So, for laboratory 4, this is regarding indicator, pH paper and pH indicator. Although for this virtual experiment, you're going to be using a pH strip and a pH solution. Okay? But on the actual, sana ko dumating na kagad yung pH meter natin. In-order ko ba siya sa Shopee? Okay? So, yun po. Okay. So, here, yan. So, ito po yung niya. Open natin to. So, ito yan. Kasi this one is procedure. This is the simulation. And this is the report. Now, both experiments have report output. So, wait lang. Si-show ko lang to kasi hindi ko pala ito nakikita. Okay. So, if you're going to open this, this is what it's gonna look like. Now, you're gonna fill up all the important details. Ay na pala. Ay, hindi pala. So, wala pa pala tayo doon. So, puro PDF lang pala yan. So, walang problema. So, you just fill up the details. Guys, importante ito ha, para nag-fill up kayo ng lab report. Pag nagla-lab report, you have to place all the pertinent details. Otherwise, I'm going to give deduction. So, ilagay niyo yung pangalan nyo, date performed, date completed would be the date that you submit the PDF. Okay? The date that you upload the PDF into the system or to the TBL Hub. And don't forget your section. Now, please make sure to answer also. Do not leave any blank spaces here. Pero i-update ko pa to ah. Ito yung sa laboratory 3. Okay? Wait lang. Wait lang. Ayan. Natatanggal sa tenga kung hindi ako sanay na ganitong headset. Yan. Okay. So, yan po. So, ito po yung sa lab 4. Ito ba yun? Sa Q. Ayan. Ito pa yung click niyo sa baba kasi medyo may problema. Yung sa taas, minsan nagkakaproblema. Yan. Okay, so ito po yung sasabi ko sa inyo. Ito yung indicator strip. Ito yung universal indicator. So, ang gagamitin nyo pag nag-actual tayo is pH strip and a pH meter. Okay? So, yan. So, for example, click mo yung lemon juice. So, dalawa yung pwedeng pagtitest, no? It's either you drag nagbo-blue siya pag nagkakamali ka ng pag-click or nadidiinan ka. Okay, ulitin ko. Click mo lang. Ayan. Ayaw niya. Ayan, no? Nagbo-blue siya eh. Ayan. Ayaw. Sinasabik pa kasi. Ano ba gusto mo? Yun. Eh, pag ginamit yung universal indicator, ang mangyayari dyan, magta-turn yung buong sample. So, i-compare mo yon by clicking the color o match siya sa number 2. Okay? Now, pwede pa ba siyang, yan. So, ito naman, hindi mo na siya pwedeng gawin kasi lahat na to ginamit mo. So, I would suggest to you guys, if you're gonna use this, unahin nyo muna yung dropper bago yung universal. Kasi, mako-contaminate na yung buong chemical. Okay?
May kausap ako. Ito, inan mo na lang. Pero sabi niya naman nila, in-note ko lang dito sa
Okay lang, noted. Pakisabi na lang kayo. Pakisagot naman si Pelago guys kasi ano, hindi ko ma-change yung
Lagay ko na lang
screen.
din para malinaw.
Okay? So, ito po ang gagawin nyo. So,
Tapos,
click and drag. Yan. Tapos, drop. Yan. So, makikita niyo yung color na develop siya doon. Tapos, saka nyo siya ngayon manghila ng isang strip. Okay? Malapit siya doon sa number 2, di ba? Then, saka nyo gawin yung universal indicator. So, double check nyo yan. Ano ba yan? Ano ba yan? Yan. Okay? Then, just repeat the same thing also on the, yan. Tapos, drag mo pa rin pala siya. Drag mo ulit siya. Gusto niya din na drag. Yan. Kapareho ba niya? Ayaw niya. Itong kapareho niya, di ba? Mas marunong pa siya sa akin. Baka colorblind ako. Yan. Ako. So, yun. Then, repeat the same thing also for tomato juice. Now, kung hindi nyo siya magawa, katulad ng experience natin ngayon, kasi hindi natin, sinasabi niya hindi na, sandali lang guys. Ma'am, sandali na lang po to. Sandali na lang po, ma'am. Ayan. So, i-click and drag nyo lang yan. Okay? Now, kung hindi nyo na siya, ayaw na siya maging responsive, just click on reset, tapos ganun ulit. Pupili na lang kayo ng iba. Okay? Then, meron po kayo bang items here? You have household items, acids and bases, salts and water. So, yan po. Okay? Now, when we do this on a when you do this physically or F to F, you're gonna bring samples. Okay? So, pag sinabi pinagdala ko ay ng soft drinks, hindi sinabi kong soft drinks is para sa lahat ha. Baka yung ano lang, bago nyo inuman yung soft drinks, huwag nyo munang inuman. Kumuha muna tayo ng sample. Okay? So, let's go. Ma'am Kate, sandali na lang. Ma'am Kate. Ma'am Kate. So, yun lang po ang gagawin po. Then, fill up na lang po yung materials. Then, dun sa, ito. Okay? Ayan. So, ito po yung, yan. So, update ko rin to kasi wala kayong pangalan dito. Dapat meron kayong pangalan. Yan. Okay? So, yan po. So, update ko to include the names. Okay? Saan na ba yung ano natin? Oops, sorry guys, wait lang, wait lang. Tapos, so, ganun po ang gagawin natin. So, don't worry, I have also recorded this for your reference as well. Any questions so far, guys? Pwede rin po, pero ano lang, kung ano lang nakita ninyong color, pwede rin po. Yes, Venus, pwede po yun ang gamitin nyo for your observation. Okay? Any other questions? As much as possible, try to reword it into simple sentences. Pwede rin. Or kung gusto nyo, like red litmus, red solution, arrow, blue. Pwede rin yun. Bahala kayo on how you explain it. Okay. Mr. Suarez, any question? None?
Na-late po ako. Sorry po na ngayon lang po bumalik internet. I'll just watch the recording po, ma'am, later.
Sige, sige. Upload ko na tong recording. Sige, I'll see you. I'm always online naman almost all the week. So you can actually post any questions there. Okay? Sige. Thank you guys. Start working na po ako. Okay? Bye-bye.
Bigwenting ko,
Po,
ma'am.
ma'am.